Welcome to Jurassic Park. We are the Box Office Buds. My name's Tony Squares, Alex Kellman, Alex Alche, the three of us, and many more. I've directed 5 movies coming out this calendar year in a fantasy box office league. Whoever makes the most money wins the league. And this week, we're talking about Jurassic World Rebirth, the 7th installment of the Jurassic Park franchise, one of the best books and original movies ever made. A fantastic flick, and they keep on mining it for more and more money. And rightfully so, because it keeps making more and more money.
It really does. I just cannot believe that we're here again, rebooting again Jurassic Park. I mean...
Do you want that?
It's our only chance to get a dinosaur movie. They just don't make dinosaur movies other than Jurassic Park movies. So I like dinosaurs. Keep them coming.
Time out. These are not dinosaur movies. These are genetic mutation movies made with CGI. Jurassic Park is a dinosaur movie. They had actual animatronics in that movie. It still looks real to this day, those moments, because they actually cared about the movie making. This is just bullshit on a gray screen. Okay? But yes, keep going about your dino movie.
I like dinosaurs. I want dinosaur movies. They don't make dinosaur movies other than Jurassic Park movies.
I agree. I mean, Jurassic Park, but the thing is, Jurassic Park 1 is so good that it keeps bringing people back to the theater because of this garbage that they're putting out. I mean, even in the trailer, Tony, you're right. I mean, I had high hopes that Scarlett. I love all the actors in this movie.
Yeah,
Scarlett Johansson, Jonathan Bailey is one of the most likable guys in Hollywood now. Mahershala Ali, one of the best actors in Hollywood now. How could you not like that cast? But then you see like this underwater like megalodon. It's like the Meg and Jurassic Park have met. And I'm like, why do we need that?
So we're not even going... I don't want to trash this movie from the get-go. We are going to talk about the over-under for this movie, how much money it's going to make worldwide. We have a top 3 we're going to give you. And again, we're going to talk about how TJ's chances rely on this movie completely to be his summer blockbuster. And does it have legs with big superhero movies right on its tail? We will get to all of that. But one thing I do want to say, you know how dangerous dinosaurs are? That's why you love dinosaur movies. They're apex predators. They don't exist anymore. Imagine if they did with humans. That's the scariest thing you can think of, right?
Sure.
Why the F do we need to genetically make them scarier? They're scary enough. Why we have to go to an island where these 7 mutations are still living and no one can survive? Why? Just put regular dinosaurs there. They're still scary. I hate it.
Well, you know, I'm of two minds because I agree with you. I think what separates the early Jurassic Park movies from these more recent ones was the scientific accuracy that they tried to produce with the dinosaurs. And once we started making them invisible and doing all these different things,
forgot about that.
It just is completely off the rails.
It can scale walls. No, it can't. No, it can't.
Yeah. Well, like any franchise, they start in a grounded, the most real it could possibly be place. They see dollar signs, and they say bigger, faster, scarier, smarter.
True, but on the other hand, I love monster movies. I'm a big horror monster movie fan.
Yeah.
And an invisible dinosaur is pretty scary.
I agree.
But as a vampire is also scary. A superhero vampire, okay, now you ask me to believe more. All right. You get what I'm saying, like the horror element of it. And I was really thrilled when I saw the people making this movie, not just the actors, but the director. He made Rogue One, he made the 2014 Godzilla, he also made The Creator, which was a terrible movie. But the writer came back. He wrote Jurassic Park, the screenplay. He's written such great movies as Black Bag this year. He wrote the original Mission Impossible. He wrote the first Spider-Man with Sam Raimi, Panic Room. He's written some excellent movies and a long list, and he's writing this one. So I thought we were going to get a more grounded reality Jurassic Park. It still can be scary with just regular old dinosaurs, but no.
You can be a fantastic writer and want money at the same time, and this is that.
Certain franchises are gonna have, the studio requires certain things, and a lot of studios now are not run by algorithms, but they do a lot. They have so much access to market research. Yeah. They can tell you that an invisible dinosaur is gonna make more money than a non-invisible dinosaur.
And then you tell them.
That's how they make the choices.
And then when the executive in a suit tells you that as the creator, you go, okay, thanks, and write the actual movie. Without all that.
That's not gonna happen here. The last episode you shared what was the most lucrative one, and it was not the best one. It was
the Rebirth. It was not the Rebirth. This is the Rebirth. It was the reboot. The Chris Pratt, the first Jurassic World movie, made $208 million domestically opening weekend, a ginormous number.
Which was
and then
utter
$1.66 billion worldwide. That's a huge, huge movie. Each Jurassic World after that made less and less money because I think we were so yearning for a dinosaur movie that we were ready to throw all of our money at this Jurassic World one, and then people realized they stink. And so, yes, it still made over $1 billion. This one may make over $1 billion, but the movies continue to get more and more terrible, and it is a dying franchise, but it keeps on going because people want to see dinosaur and monster movies.
I read an IndieWire interview, which is notorious for negative reviews, and they delivered on this one. Why is this still going? Jurassic Park should be extinct at this point, was how they phrased this. It's sitting early reviews at 54% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's critically, yeah.
The question isn't why are Jurassic Park movies still going? The question is, why have Jurassic Park movies been so bad?
Yes.
They could make a new, good Jurassic Park movie.
Of
That's
course
not
they
out of
could.
the question.
Of course they could.
Why
just
wouldn't
can't
they?
They can't
And the
seem to
last
figure
one
it out.
had so much potential. The last one was the one where they brought back the Legacy cast.
Yeah.
And boy, was I excited for that. And boy, was it bad.
Boy,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I didn't see it.
Other
It was
than
bad.
that little tidbit of the former franchise characters coming back, I can't tell the difference between the last 3 Jurassic World movies.
Oh.
In my mind, they all blur together, and I think that that's one of the reasons for their degrading box office.
Has it done enough, though? Those Jurassic World movies were so bad. Has it done enough to taint this one, which by all accounts has no ties to the Chris Pratt Jurassic World-esque? Like, this is a completely different story.
No, it's tied to
completely
the
new cast.
original 3.
Right. But like so like what is the Jurassic World, how much we think of it, enough to taint what this movie could do? Like will this movie hit that $1 billion mark like the last 3 Chris Pratt movies did?
I think not only do people want a good dinosaur action movie, but I think dinosaurs in general are worldwide.
Oh, for sure.
Moneymakers.
Yeah, humans are fascinated by dinosaurs. And when you add one of the most likable lead female actresses in there, plus Johnny Bailey, who's hitting everyone's mark these days, like, this is going to, no-brainer, make $1 billion. It's not going to be good, but it's making money.
Well, another thing I want to bring up, might as well do this now, because all of the movies we've talked about, really, all of them have underperformed. Like, we haven't had a $1 billion movie yet.
You're talking about our movies this year.
The movies that have come out.
Not
like,
Jurassic World.
Like, yeah, correct. The movies that have come out this year, we have not had a $1 billion movie yet. Even How to Train Your Dragon, which is, by all accounts, great reviews, great everything, it's not going to come close to $1 billion. Lilo and Stitch is just there. Minecraft
I can't believe
is
Lilo
just
and
there.
Stitch and Minecraft haven't crossed $1 billion.
And last year, we were getting $1 billion movies. We didn't have a lot of them, but Despicable Me was up there. Deadpool and Wolverine was up there. The competition this year is really dragging these numbers overall down. So, with Jurassic World being sort of the first summer blockbuster after F1, but the first, like, IP-level summer blockbuster to come out, hit that high mark and keep going with Superman and Fantastic Four and everything else behind it. Let's make a prediction right now. What is the final number for Jurassic World Rebirth at the global box office?
Whenever you say Superman and Fantastic Four are coming out right after it, it makes me go, how the hell is this thing making $1 billion?
Yeah.
There's no, and so I have to rescind what I literally said 14 seconds ago. And I think it's the dinosaurs are gonna get eaten by an alien and the Fantastic Four crew. Like, I don't think it's hitting $1 billion. I think it's probably gonna get close. It might get close. I'm gonna go 825.
825. That would be the third highest movie of the year that came out in America.
Gosh, I really think it's going to do as well as previous Jurassic World movies. And the fact that it is a fresh start in some ways while still hearkening back to the older movies in other ways is a feather in its cap. But man, there's a lot of competition out there. I think, what'd you say, 825?
He said 825.
I'm going to go 750 million.
That's even lower, 750. Listen, if it wasn't for July 4th weekend, the 5-day weekend here, July 4th on a Friday, people have days off surrounding it. There are big numbers projected for opening weekend just domestically. If it wasn't for that, I would have my number even lower. because I just don't believe in the staying power of a movie that people are tired of seeing and also that's getting crappy reviews and people are going to go, I'd rather go see Superman. I'd rather go see F1. Have you heard about this movie? Let's go see that instead of Jurassic World. Doesn't matter, international stuff. I think globally this movie's going to suffer from all the other things surrounding it. However, that July 4th weekend is going to be huge. So I'm going with 550 million. I think this is the lowest number since Jurassic Park 3 and the second lowest Jurassic Park of all time. Wow. I don't think people care about this movie. And so I'm going with whatever I just said, 550, 600 million. That's where the number is.
I will say, the one thing that Jurassic Park has over maybe F1, over maybe not F1, but over some of the other things that are coming out is like, that Jurassic Park is the best in the theater. It's not going to be as exciting on your home TV as it is at the theater.
I'll give you that.
And you don't want those dinosaur roars to rumble your seat.
Sure.
And I think it's a real theater experience.
You don't think people feel that for Superman or Fantastic Four, though?
I do, but at the same time, you've got superhero fatigue.
Yeah.
Not a lie. Not a lie about that superhero fatigue. Do they have dino fatigue, though? Do they have shittily remade dino fatigue? Maybe. Maybe they do. I know I do. So those numbers are pretty low overall for a Jurassic Park movie. Even if we hit the high, which is 825, that is only the third lowest JP movie, just over JP2.
I can't wait to get the text from TJ ripping us new ones for these low numbers.
Oh yeah, because TJ knows what he's doing when he's drafting box office movies. I believe he finished in last place last year, and he's heading to last place this year. But hey, maybe Joker 2 will finally make some money.
Hey-o.
Oh, but he called Megan 2 the Joker 2 of this year, which I thought was really fun.
But again, it's not just because it's TJ's movie. I genuinely think this Dino movie is going to get eaten alive by the other movies that are out there.
I have met a number of people over the last few years who are not super enthusiastic moviegoers.
Right.
And they, scoff at Marvel and all that. All of them, Jurassic Park fans.
Well,
people love those dinosaurs.
I get it.
And you put a big star, recognizable star at the lead. I feel like it's going to make money. I feel like it's a bit more of a sure thing than something like.
It'll make more than Snow White, I'll tell you that. I think what my anger and ire comes from is that the original movie and the original story is so great. It really is the type of movie that I enjoy, that sort of science fiction gone awry movie. And the later movies are much more action movies and CGI and Chris Pratt going crazy, saying funny lines that don't mean anything and have no weight whatsoever. Like those movies, I've seen a million of them and they're all the same, just different CGI in the background. I miss those science fiction style movies that can really take over the world. And I would consider Jurassic Park, the original, to be the best failed science experiment movie of all time.
I mean, it's certainly up there. You got to understand, the original Jurassic Park, first of all, unbelievable cast through and through. There are so many great actors in that movie, even in small parts. It goes from an almost educational drama into a straight up horror movie. Mm-hmm. It messes with those two genres, and it's directed by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah,
that's tough to match.
And has arguably the best theme song, top five.
Of course. Well, if you think that Jurassic Park is in the top three, what are your top three?
The top three science experiments gone wrong movies. Jurassic Park's number one. And again, there's a lot of things you could call a science experiment, you could call not a science experiment. I really love some of the dirty, like sort of indie movie styles of these, and that's why I love The Fly with Jeff Goldblum.
That is not an indie movie, and it is.
Well, I mean, it's definitely got like a cult classic feel to it.
Cronenberg's The Fly is number one with a bullet for me.
I love it.
I would put it.
I love it.
The Fly is great. The Fly is great. Spider-Man.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That wouldn't come to mind normally for a science experiment gone wrong, but you're 100.
I mean, he is a science experiment kind of gone right.
Yeah, he did go right. I mean, and really, most of these superhero movies, you can, some like Captain America's science experiment.
No, but he's definitely clearly bite. Oh no, I'm Spider-Man.
Can I throw one at you just to get a clip of Robin Williams in here? I love Flubber.
Oh yeah, it's not.
I love Flubber.
It's not on this list. Richie Rich? Richie Rich?
Flubber. I do love Flubber.
What about Richie Rich with the B?
So we have The Fly and Jurassic Park. Are we throwing on, what did you say?
I said Spider-Man.
Is Spider-Man number 3?
I'm trying to think of some other ones. I don't have my list on me.
Frankenstein?
Okay.
Oh. Well, I mean, Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's pretty
Young
good.
Frankenstein.
The Frankenstein movie's pretty good.
Human Centipede.
Oh. Yes.
No
Yes.
way! We put Human
Yes.
Centipede over Frankenstein.
Hold on a second. Human Centipede, maybe the most memorable science experiment.
Sure. I'll give you that.
The
That's
thing about
disgusting.
We're
not
of course
the
it's
movie
disgusting.
itself better than Mary Shelley's
Okay.
Frankenstein?
Maybe not a better movie. You're right. Okay, fine. I would put. You're right. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, a classic tale.
What is so amazing about the Human Centipede is that most people haven't even seen this movie, and if you say the Human Centipede, they go, "Oh God, no!"
They do
So
know it.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
Definitely in the zeitgeist, but as far as top 3 movies go in this category, I would put Mary Shelley's.
I would put Young Frankenstein over.
Just Frankenstein all together. Throw them under there. I do love Young Frank. We're not.
Frankenstein, but it's not a better movie than Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Yes, it
The
is.
top 3 movies featuring a science experiment gone wrong are Jurassic Park, The Fly, and Frankenstein.
Shockingly good list.
Yeah, really good list. Can Jurassic Park World Rebirth make that list? No. No.
Even that list where there's very few
cannot.
movies in it is not making it.
But will it make money? That's the big question. That's what TJ needs it to make. We already gave you what the number will be when it's all said and done, but the question is, what will the number be for the opening weekend? Now, TJ gave me a number. He is not in town. He quit because Megan 2 did so bad. We have to ask, though, when it comes to this number, I believe the number he gave me is just for 3 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Not including Monday, not including the Thursday weekend. We're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday for Jurassic Park World Rebirth with Scar Joe. Kellerman, you stink at this game.
I sure do.
You're 9-14 on the year. Alche, you're getting close to saying you stink
Not
at this
doing
game
great
too.
either.
You are 10-13 on the year. Myself,
Yeah.
13-10. The only one with a winning record went 2-0 last week. Also leading the Fantasy Box Office League for those paying attention at home.
How much?
Also the defending champion.
What is the number?
The number for Jurassic World Rebirth domestic opening weekend 3-day total is $90 million in 3 days domestically against F1, against 28 Years, against How to Train Your Dragon, against Elio, against all the other movies that are out. However, it is dinosaurs in a movie theater.
This feels pretty easy to me.
$90 million.
This feels pretty easy to me.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going over. Over, guaranteed. I think this makes over $100 million domestically. I think it's going to make a lot of money this weekend. It's the question of, is it going to continue to make money? It's going to make $200 million this weekend globally.
July 4th is Friday.
Yes.
I don't think a lot of people see a movie on July 4th. I think they see it July 4th weekend.
Well,
So Friday might be extremely low, even though everyone has the day off.
I don't
Saturday
think so.
and Sunday will be extremely high.
But
90 is a big number.
No, it's hitting 90.
Gosh, 90 million is tough. I was kind of thinking, I was circling 80 in my mind.
Do you want to bet against the dino?
I don't really. I don't. I think it's going to make a lot of money. They've been pretty sound investments in the past. I'll go over also.
So that's 2 overs from the 2 people that I led off this segment saying they stink at this game, which means I'm just going to go oppo. I think 90 is a great number. I think it's right on the mark of where it could be. A lot of projections have this over 5 days, making 130 to 150 in the 5-day preview. So again, that means things are going to happen for this movie. 90, I think, is a great number. It's right on the cusp. I think it's right around there. But because these 2 went over, I'm going to go under. And root for TJ to continue to stink at the Fantasy Box
Pretty
Office
tough.
League. And that's our show for Jurassic World Rebirth. We will give you a review next week. One of us will have to go see this movie, and we will tell you how it was. Let me tell you, spoiler alert, won't be me seeing this movie. It won't be me.
You're going to see Jurassic World
Will not.
Rebirth.
I will not.